Hello friends, welcome. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe. Let's see a game today I have played with black, and the level rating is around 1450. So let's see. So here it goes. So it started with e4, e5, queen h7. Surprising move, but it's the king pawn opening and wayward queen attack. So queen is on attack, so it is actually targeting this pawn, and black have two options, either to defend this pawn or go for counter attack. Okay, so I went for the attack, and queen took the pawn. So queen in front of queen. Now queen exchange will take place. Now black's main aim will be to recapture the pawn if possible. Otherwise, if it doesn't capture also, then black should go for early attack. Good for black. After the castle, rook will on the king's line, and with few more moves, this bishop can come into the game, and knight can also join immediately. So black is all set for the attack. So either gain the pawn or recapture the pawn or go for early attack. So knight defended the pawn, so bishop attacking the knight. So the idea is, if bishop takes the knight, then this pawn will be undefended and this knight can capture the pawn. So knight here. So again this pawn is undefended, but knight cannot capture it because this knight is sitting at a very dangerous place and giving a fork to king and rook. So this is dangerous, so black will have to defend this. So knight to a6. Now pawn pushed ahead, so pawn is defended and also advanced. So white is also very aggressive in his position. So knight to d5, then pawn attacking the bishop. So now white knows that if black come into attack, the pieces advancement is good in black side, on black side, so it will try to restrict the attack. So bishop back, supporting the pawn, as well as in order to sit at this square and have a check on this pawn. So pawn pushed again, so bishop back and brought to b6. Now bishop attacking the knight. So knight to e7, knight f3. So development as well as the pawn is saved or defended. It defends the pawn also. So black castles, so giving a room for the rook to attack this pawn. So pawn supported the pawn, and now white position is also very good here. You can see it is at a very good place. This knight cannot come back or move anywhere else because this attacks this pawn. Anyway, this bishop is also there, so black will have to find out some position for the pieces to move on the board, because the bishop is blocked, the knight is blocked, this bishop is also blocked. So black is having a setback here. So this knight will have to go from here first, so that the space can be given for the knight to jump out to a good square. So knight to b6. Again, it is a very good position for this knight because this is attacking this pawn, and bishop is also attacking this pawn. So if it comes for the exchange, so black will have to give one rook and capture two minor pieces. So knight got a place to come ahead. Now knight again. So it is a triple attack on this pawn. See, knight, knight and bishop. So now it is to be defended. Otherwise, black will lose pawn and it will be in a very dangerous situation. So knight actually blocked the bishop. So now it is fine. So white castles. So knight will have to go back. Knight went back to f3, bishop c7. Now knight will have to go, otherwise black is all set to capture it, because both the bishops are not in the game at all because the moves are blocked. So pawn pushed, knight captured the free pawn. So in order to attack with the minor pieces, black left the pawn undefended. So this situation should not arise, but it was there on the board. So black took an advantage of it and captured the pawn. So bishop attacking the knight. Knight came back. Actually, it is not the capture of the pawn. You can say that it is the recapture of the pawn which was taken by the white early in the game, and so it has been recaptured now because white wanted to go ahead with the attacks also, restricting black attack. So the pawn was left undefended. So black was able to recapture the lost pawn. b5, pawn advancements are taking place. Bishop took the knight and pawn took the knight. So the idea of this bishop to knight exchange was that this pawn black cannot defend easily. So with this knight movement, this pawn will be on attack and black cannot defend it, because the only piece which can defend the pawn is this bishop, and if this bishop comes to any of this place, it can be captured by the knight. So black cannot defend this pawn as long as this knight is here. So knight to f5. Now pawn took the pawn and pawn took the pawn. Now rook on the clear row, but it cannot take it because it is defended by the bishop. If I move the bishop from here, then this will be left undefended. So knight captured the pawn. Now bishop captured the knight. Now pawn captured the bishop. So the idea was only to isolate this pawn from the connected pawn chain. So good move again from white. This knight captured the pawn, which white cannot take back as of now. So knight sits again at a very good square. So I can move this here, and if knight captures, my pawn will again be in the chain of the pawn, but this will give some room and some weaknesses on the left side. So let's see what I did. I put the knight on the other side and made an attack on the bishop, and also if bishop goes or come out from this square, the knight can try for a fork on both the rook. As long as bishop is guarding this square, it is difficult. So bishop to b4, rook attacking the knight, but knight is defended, so no problem for white. So now white wants the knight to go back. So knight to f6, pawn pushed ahead. Knight to d7 and an offer to exchange the knight. White refused it because white wants this pawn to be connected to this pawn. So black don't want this. So knight will have to go from here. So knight to again moved ahead to a very dangerous square. So king to f7 attacking the knight. So rook is brought. So it means if I capture the knight, this will capture the rook, and again this will be in a very miserable position because no other pieces are out for black. So rook exchange, and a knight advantage. So this is where the game took a turn, and from here white is a piece down. White played a good game, good attack with minor pieces, I can say, but here as of now it is a piece down. So pawn pushed ahead for the pawn exchange. Knight took the pawn to support this, both the pieces. Now the bishop can move from its place and attack the rook. If bishop moves anywhere, this rook will be under attack. So bishop to f5, rook pushed up to e7, a5, bishop to c5, attack on the knight. Knight to c4, king move ahead, but you can see the king movement is actually blocked. We will have to go here on this square. This is safe. This two square is blocked by the knight and by the bishop. So it will take a long way, 1, 2, 2, and again it cannot come after here, it cannot come to this square or this square, because again knight and bishop is holding it. So this pawn advancement is difficult for white to stop. The pawn is pushed, rook brought in, pawn is pushed. Now there is no other option, because rook cannot go and sit here also. It is dangerous because bishop is having a check on this square. So bishop took the pawn, rook took the bishop. Now rook to b2, and you can see black is 2 pieces up in the game, and rook to this place is also not safe because it is being attacked by the knight. And the next move, knight captured the rook and white resigned here. So hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.